Hello, Friendlings. I'm Claude. We are here for real people with real creativity in real time. Friendlings never give up, and I want on you. And today we're back with another live stream here on Planet Coaster History Adventure. And today we are going to try to finally finish up the UK area and try to fix this pathway. I don't know if that's going to exactly happen, to be honest with you, fixing the pathway down here, but we'll find out. But the next area after that is Egypt and the pyramids. So get in store with some beautiful Planet Coaster, and I hope you guys enjoy. I want to give a special thank you to Moshe and Tapax for coming out to the live stream today. We haven't played this in... man, it goes by way quicker. It goes by very, very quickly. So, appreciate everyone for coming out to the live stream, and I hope you guys are doing well. If you don't know what's going on, this is History Adventure Park, and we are building a history-accurate theme for each country. We have the Alamo, which was built years ago, which we just replaced in. And then we have the United Kingdom in the Industrial Revolution. So what we got to do today is pretty much tidy this area up and sort of close it off. Now, when you're coming off the roller coaster, you cannot see this train at all. You probably won't be able to see this train at all, no matter where we put it. So, I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's pause and let's just jump onto the train itself. And then we'll press play. Then we'll press play. Then we'll press play. I guess you could see it if you're on that side. When I first went through it, you couldn't see it at all. So that's good. So we got to put some smokestacks up there, actual smoke, which will have a theme, a thing, so you can turn it on and off, a switcher. But that'll be a little bit later on. Tuxpoo says, where is the webcam? There will not be a webcam today, but appreciate you for asking. Okay, so let's get started and let's continue. I think the red brick would probably be the best for this theme. We usually go with wood no matter what, but I want to use the red brick this time. And I want there to be an indoor pathing. As many of you know, I like the indoor queue and the indoor pathing stuff. So when we get up to this level here, we're going to have that indoor pathing and that sort of stuff. Now, how do we get the rest of this going in the queue? I am always struggling on how to do this correctly. But we'll go like this, and then I believe if it was like real life, it would go down on a ramp just for a little bit, and then it would come up again. Now, with this game, there's this obstruction thing. So, even though it technically doesn't hit, it does. So, I would wish it wouldn't, so we can have like a better angle, because remember, this should be handicap accessible. That's what I sort of like to do with all my theme parks. So I could leave a gap in the middle, and then we should be able to achieve that status, or we won't. I honestly don't know. So we'll go down 3, and then we'll go up 1, and it's also probably good on your feet too, that it's not constantly just a straight downhill thing. So there's a little bit of a ramp just so that it is a little handicap accessible. Why is this not connecting is a good question. I don't know. Oh, and then there goes the train going through this as well. So we'll 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go flat again. Oops, we'll go flat here. And then we'll go 1, 2, 2, 3. And we'll go down again in a second, if it'll let me. Or maybe we should go like... yeah, that'll work. It'll be a little tough for a little bit, but that should be fine. And then we will draw in a little bit of a pathway here for the queue. And this should probably be good enough. Probably should be good enough. I don't know how many people are going to get on this coaster. It is the only coaster currently in the park. There is no fast pass either, so maybe we can incorporate a fast pass at some point. We will find out, I guess, right? Okay, next, This area is very small. I really do not like how congested this is, but we're just going to have to live with it for the time being. I don't know. Is there queue pathways for this brick type? There isn't. That's a little bit unfortunate. But we could try to go back over here with the flagstone path and start getting this sort of all queued up in a second. I want to build this off so we don't accidentally mess up how I kind of want that entrance to look. So, now that we got that set up, this is how the people are going to exit off, and there should be like a little seating area over here so people can wait. And then there should be some sort of like fountain or some sort of build here. And then obviously incorporate in a bunch more trees because, you know, trees make everything look a lot nicer. But I think the pathway entrance to get onto this should be over here. Now, do we have to, should we make them walk through this? I don't know. But what I do know is I do not like this anymore. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to delete all of this entrance pathway. And we're going to redesign this. And I do want a fast pass, at least on this one. Because I think all of our rides have fast passes. No, this one and this one should. But how we're going to get that in is, I guess we're going to find that out a little bit later. So let's redesign this first. So let's grab our queue pathway. And we'll click on the... which one is this? This is stone slab. Alright, so we'll try to fill this... Oh man, what's going on? What's going on? This looks like it's a perfect fit, but it isn't. It is not a perfect fit. Okay. But we are using this flagstone pathway all over here, so maybe that's what I should be using on this stuff too. Instead of, or cop, what are we using? Stone slab path. Yeah, let's use that. Let's put this all in here. Now, is there a queue? There is a queue pathway for that. Duh, because I was just looking at it. But should the top of this be that? I don't know. Well, we usually don't use this type, so I think maybe that's what we should do. Okay, so what do I have in design and in mind for this indoor queuing area, sort of wrapping up the UK section? Well, I think it should be inside of a factory building, that's for sure. But it should have some sort of outdoor section. It's like a sawmill sort of viewing viewing area sort of thing. So that's what we're going to try to attempt to do. Also, I kind of like the bigger pathways. I think we're going to go with 6 as being the standard from here instead of being 4. I don't know what I was thinking when I first did that. And we're going to just kind of make a real nice, thick pathway over here. I guess I am going to have to delete this stuff here. And then we'll turn it here. And I don't know how this is going to exactly look. How good this is going to look. So we might want to just get onto this here like that. And then we'll go like so. It's the exact same pathway, but this one's so much darker. I do not get why they did that, who designed that. It's crazy how I have to test this every time I change the pathway. That has never made any sense to me, but they'll never fix that because for people that are new to this game is quite old now. I think it came out 2016, 2017. So there will never be a fix to that, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get surprised one of these days, but I don't think there will be. All right, so then we'll connect that to here. This will be the new entrance, and then we'll make a priority pass, which is going to be the sweetest of shortcuts. We're going to give it a little bit... I would put it like here to here, but there's not enough room. So people that are using the priority pass will actually have nowhere to queue. it like in their outside own their outside their in their outside own line. In their own line. I don't know if that makes sense. They won't have their own area to queue, so we need to give them a little bit of an area to the queue. And I always, always, always use this sort of really cool spaceship vibe decal or pathway. Just because I like it. It just looks very fast-passy. And then, boom, priority pass is now set in place. Now we can open up the ride. Apparently, we do not have to let them queue. And beautiful. Now we have this open up again. People are going to start getting on this ride and start going to it. Yeah, I really wish these pathways were that thick. We can't always just knock these out and replace them in. It will have to come out this way and come in without removing these. I'm not too upset with these being smaller. There's just not a lot of people on them. So that's something we could think about too. All right, next. Let's grab this one. This apparently has 200 objects. What kind of bricks are these? By any chance? I cannot remember off the top of my head. They are called rough brick. So let's go into here and let's type in rough brick inside of our building objects. Get off of that build plate, which you can see at the top right corner. You'll see a building template. So we will just place this in. You see this is now called 8,235, which means we have placed down to that many building types, I believe, in this game. Maybe it starts at 100. Could be a little bit wrong, could be right. I don't know. And we'll go like this, and we'll start building out the platform. Now, do I want the people to exit viewing, you know, do I want people on the outside to view the exit here? I don't know if that's exactly my cup of tea, or my design, if I really want to see that in the design. So we're going to try to design that without that in mind. Now, I don't think this is perfectly flush. I do not think this is perfectly flush against this object. As you see, if we slowly bring these in, this dot disappears just a little bit earlier. So we got to try to make sure that this is the most in. So they should all be popping out at the exact same time. Now the front end is a little bit more in. And here is where the tricky part of this game sort of comes in. It needs to sort of come this way a little bit. All right. It needs to come like so. Shoot. All right, let's start this over again. There's another way you can actually build onto this. I really don't like building off of this because sometimes it's very, very tricky to do if you can even get on it in the first place. So let's just start off with a 1 and then go from there. How about that? That actually looks pretty spot on now. Simon! How are you doing? Thanks for coming out to the live stream. I hope you are having a great day. Simon goes, also says no webcam. Did you start feeling nostalgic or something? There's just going to be no webcam today. Some days I have it on. Some days I don't have it on. Just depending on how I am vibing, you know? Just how I'm vibing. Alright. I kind of like that original placement. We can actually do some stuff like this. I wish I could pull this out. Yeah, see, look at it. It's not perfectly symmetrical. As you see, some of those are in there and some of them are not. So we'll go like this. And then we just will duplicate this and bring it down. And we'll bring this down here. And we'll bring this now up. And now we got to start doing some designs. Do I allow people to leave and look out of this? Probably. I think the ideal thing is to allow there to be a lot of light and a lot of room in this place. Even if it is a British jail. Well, it's not a jail. But well, there is jail bars, yes, but I do think there should be some sort of like light in this in some sort of regard, just so that it's very lit. Now these windows are pretty tall up, so they're not going to be able to see out of it, but they will be able to get the light, which I actually kind of like, because, you know, you can't see outside. You're sort of stuck in this forceful industrial and revolution environment. Simon says, woke up feeling like I could fall asleep again the second I closed my eyes. The only reason I got onto a bus to school was just autopilot. Slept like a baby on the bus. Hey, let's go. If you could sleep on the bus whenever, bro, that is like the best thing ever. Honestly. That's like the best feeling in the world, is falling asleep on the bus. Falling asleep anywhere, honestly. If you could forcibly take a nap and just knock out, oof, it just feels like you accomplished something, honestly. So I know what you're talking about. I can't whenever. Yeah, I don't think most people could. I do not think most people could. It's tough. I don't know how people do it. I do not know how people do it. Do we have those half arches? That would be so cool if we did. We do. It's a very big half arch, though. Might have to do something a little tricky on that. Plus, it doesn't make me less sleepy. It's more like fast travel. Period. It's not any less tired, but the ride passes in 5 minutes. It's true. I use the fast travel technique all the time. So I actually get what you're talking about. I get exactly what you're talking about. Gotta love the fast travel mechanic. Hopefully they don't make a patch to that. Hopefully they do not patch it. Sandstone flat. I'm also going to have to adjust the height on this as well. I guess I will have to place a bunch of sandstone stuff here because even though you could barely see it, but it needs to be there. Sometimes I get unlucky and then use a bus. I get unlucky and they use a bus without a headrest. Then it's impossible. Bruh. A bus without a headrest, that would be the most bruh thing ever, bro. Dude, that's like, I can't say I could feel that pain. Because I have no idea what that pain even feels like. That's like mental. That is like mental. All right, this factory is starting to look pretty good, huh? Starting to come together. Now, I do want to have the priority pass, so let's figure out how the heck we're going to put a priority pass in this. I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't even know where we could place the priority pass or where it is at. Here we go. Place priority path entrance. All right, so what I'm thinking is if it can come here, that would be perfect. If it actually could come even earlier, that would be even more perfect. If it could come even more early, that would be even more perfect. I want it to kind of come in this way, right? Now, unlike all my other Planet Coaster series, where I used to go super insanely detailed on the interiors, I'm not going to do that per se on this build. Maybe I'll do it on other ones. But it's not going to be super crazy interior detailed to this one. Just giving you guys a heads up. But what we will do is we'll have this side interior, we'll have a wall, and then we can use our imaginations for the rest of it. Trains are the best way to sleep. Half of the local transit uses are quiet, and the seats are okay, and the windows don't vibrate. Well, the good thing about trains is they're usually 90% of the time on a very flat pathway, right? So I could see why it would be very easy to sleep on the train. So I actually get that. Oh, you know what we should do is we should make an elevator. I never used an elevator mechanic before, and you guys probably have no idea what I am talking about. But we're gonna use the pretend there's an elevator mechanic in a factory, but there won't be an elevator. We're just gonna pretend like there is one. This actually looks really cool. The spiral staircase looks very cool. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, if that could have just lined up a lot nicer, that would have been so cool. Like, if I could just tuck that under there, man, that would be perfect. But I think it's because of the staircase above it is what's preventing it. Which doesn't make too much sense, but okay. Local trains are not the best maintained, meaning the gaps where the rails are connecting are fairly wide. There are sections where there are gaps are bad enough to throw things around a bit. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Also, this is the least ornamental industrial revolution factory I've ever seen. All right. Let's keep going, and let's add in this here. Oh, maybe we can't because of we can't run a pathway underneath the ride. Is that what the issue is here? There's some sort of issue with something being pathed wrong. Something is being obstructed. What could that be? I don't know. But something is being obstructed somehow. Now, I don't know why this is being obstructed. Man, that looks like garbage, man. Alright, I guess we'll have to get rid of the elevator design and the idea of it. I just wanted to attempt to get something in like that's super super duper easy to just kind of get down, but I guess not. What's getting obstructed here? What's getting obstructed here? What's getting obstructed here? What's getting obstructed here? There's literally nothing here. Oh yeah, they had a preliminary testing done for a school leaving exams. Got an 88 in English, B2, and a 65% in Slovakian. How do you have a better, bruh? B2 English is the harder one. Bruh. How are you doing better in English than Slovakian? That doesn't actually make sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all, actually. Slovakian language test is widely considered to be stupidly hard. Essentially, you get given a wall of tests and you are told to find the smallest details or only meaning the certain passages. Bruh. Bruh. I guess that makes sense. Slovakia, not easy language. Not easy language. No. No. Yeah, there's no easy pass on that test. Sounds like you're gonna be struggling. But English easy. English easy. I hope that's lined up correctly. Simon goes, or meaning certain passages. This applies to all Eastern European countries. And a Polish guy tell me he got a 90% on English and then 70% on Polish. Slovakian's main rule is that you write the way you hear something spoken, usually with that it ends a curatin of rules and exceptions to make sure that the language doesn't change completely every 50 years. English doesn't work like that. When I started learning English, I noticed a certain rhythm to each sentence. Once I understood the rhythm, I started to become more fluent. Well, Simon, you cannot say that you cannot. Well, I know you know, but you could, you watching at least my streams and other streamers and YouTube videos that were in English probably helped you significantly if you didn't realize that, because you literally could only respond to half of my stuff. You could only respond to my gibberish. By the way, there would never be a door at an angle, for the record. There would never be a door at an angle, so we should probably attempt to fix that. I think there might be a setting on here that I have on that was giving us those problems. I think it was flattened terrain was giving us the issues with this... with the elevator as well, or the attempt of elevator. Yeah, there would never be a door at an angle. There also would not be a curve like that here. There would be a way less of a curve on that percentage, but I don't care at this point. And then obviously we have this stuff sticking through, which I do not like. So we're going to grab our pathways. We're going to grab our curve on rail and railing and turn all of those off. And then we're going to select on our pathway, and we're just going to turn them off right here. And this still exists, so what's the problem now? Well, the problem now isn't per se the pathway. The problem is, well, it is the pathway. It did help a lot. Sisters started to force me watching animated movies in English with subtitles the moment I could read well enough. Then I just went from there. I didn't have to prepare ahead for any English exams during elementary school. During quarantine, once I started using Discord and was more in contact with English speakers, that final kinks and mistakes were fixed with how I spoke. Issue is I never really learned grammar. Well, your grammar's your writing's pretty damn spot on from what we see normally here. Now, I don't know what your teachers would say, but I think it's pretty spot on to pretty much how everyone else types, at least in the States. In the United States, at least. I don't know about the world. But for over here, it seems pretty dang spot on, honestly. I want to find some sort of trim that kind of matches this. By the way, if we can find something that matches it pretty closely, like even for, say, this, which this is going to be a pain in the neck to sort of get to copy and paste. But if we can find something that could match that, or even cover it, I mean, I guess that would work too. And, leave a little bit off. That would make this sort of pop out. Give it a little bit of detail and semi-cover that up. It's not going to be perfect, but semi-covering up is perfect enough for me. And I'll give it a little bit of color. Kind of like how I actually did these at 2. I definitely did that on purpose. Alright, perfect. My teacher, she's fine with it. I can't translate certain Slovakian sentences accurately, but she doesn't mind. She admitted I was better at spoken English than her, and I admit she's better at proper English than me. Well, if you come to the States, you will have no problem talking with people from all of our conversations before. Well, you actually live streamed with us, so your written English sounds pretty good too. Oh yeah, I also learned American English, which sometimes causes issues between English teachers who are taught British English in Slovakia. Oxford makes our textbooks, yeah. British English is probably the one. If you're gonna learn a language, it probably should be the British English, because American English, no matter, depending on where you go, it's completely different. Now, I know this is like a fake British Industrial Revolution thing, but should I have a tin roof on this one? Or an iron roof? I don't think that's very accurate. TBH. But I'm just going to look and see if we can find something that kind of looks a little rustic, a little bit old. And if it does it, then I'm just going to continue working on just do it like that. Like, we always use these wooden tiles. Yeah, there's not very many bricks in this game. So I think that's what we're going to do. Tin works. I played Anno 1800. Okay, so let's see if there's a tin roof. Industrial buildings use tin and iron roofs. Okay, thank you. See, this is why we need you to come out to this. This is why we needed you here today. There isn't tin, but there are these iron roofs. We have used these iron roofs. Well, we've used all these roofs before because there's not very many selection. But this is what we're going to use. If you like it or if you don't. Now, why would this not be at the exact same height as the other one? I don't know. Why would that not be at the same height? But these iron roofs look very tin-like. All right. But why would this? Why would this? Why would this? America media is more commonly, therefore it's easier to pick up America lingo. Okay, that's not that kind of roof used to have screenshots of factories from Anno 1800. Don't know where I put them. Well, don't worry, I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's look up Anno 1800. Oh, you're looking at those sort of roofs. I see what you're talking about. Kind of like that one actually has some really good detail on it. Oh man, the red brick building is actually turning out good. It's looking actually kind of good. It's looking a lot better than I thought it would. I wish these crypt roofs had a curve on them. I just don't like how they're just that per se perfect. Perfectly flush. Also, don't like how there's no flat bit for it. Do not like the... There's no flat bit. I also need some real big stacks, like some stacks, like some big chimney stacks. I don't know where I put them. I actually like how it looks without flat bits. Anyways, I'm still in one of the first servers I joined in 2020. It's strange looking at those messages. The English is off, and I'm very cringy. Weren't we all? Weren't we all? That's what you call throwback. I can only imagine my OG messages, TBH. Now, how do I... Maybe this front part should be flat. And then this is not. I will say Planet Coaster will challenge you. If you are dedicated to this game, it will challenge you how to build. For sure. 1,000,000% it will. Because not whatever you think works does not. And also, I kind of want to have this kind of come out a little bit, just in case, you know, the rain. I don't know if, like, what maintenance you need, but should have a little bit of extra coverage there. Uh, but it looks like those people message sometimes reminds me, I am a reminds me I'm reminds me I grow as a person. It's true. Oh wait, I still have Anio 1800 installed. Man, my hand itches so bad, man. I'm gonna have to put some lotion or something on it soon. Or some Vaseline. Probably should do that in a second once we get this sort of set up. Because my hand's itching bad. Change my mind. I don't like that coming off. Looks very weird. Now, if I did this correctly, those are too thick, but I was thinking those could be some chimney stacks, but they're too thick. When is Zach Daily Games going to do a video on Taylor Swift and how much money she makes? Anybody? Just me? Just me? smoke. All right, how much? First off, which does any of these smoke ones give us what I'm looking for? Purple smoke. If we could change purple smoke to black smoke, as well as gray smoke. Okay, that's a competitor. This is supposed to be impact. Rider bullet impact smoke. These are like burst of explosions, sort of like those barrels. This is a smoke effect, which actually is probably the most realistic without me actually putting them down. Now, it does not go as high as the black smoke, though. Can I try to copy this? Ooh, that's pretty spot on. All right, so for people that do not know what we're about to do, is this is what I do every single time I do any sort of build that's going to pretty much explode my computer. What we'll do is I will place, like, for example, one of these in here, right? And then, obviously, I'm going to want another one somewhere else. So let's figure out where we're going to put that at right now. And then we'll move this in like so. So what we'll do is we'll press I. We'll select onto this smoke effect. And then we'll select onto this smoke effect. And we're going to merge them together. And we're going to call this... We're going to call this group section Smoke Factories. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. If not, I don't care. Now, perfect. So anything we build inside here, once we select these, will be on that same build plate. But obviously, we're going to want to turn these off at some point, because this is going to lag the absolute bling blong out of anybody's computer if they were playing this game. So we're going to need to just, have a button pretty much to just turn them off. So we're going to place a couple of them around. I don't know if every factory is per se going to have one. But we'll put in a couple here to at least get this place sort of looking like it's a factory. Oh man, this is looking like a factory in itself now. This is looking really good. So, we should definitely take a screenshot of this at some point. I will be right back. Let me put some lotion on my hand because my hand is itching so bad. I'll be right back, and then we'll look at your photos, Simon. I will look at your photos in just 1 second. right. Thank you for waiting. I put them all in the builders chat. Man, you had a lot of screenshots. That is a good start, though. Really good start. Way better start, actually. Huh. There's the smokestacks are definitely bigger, though. They're these green, like, they're like iron roofs that got, corroded over the time. But there are definitely bigger chimney stacks than what we do have. And then they got these nice big pillars on the side. And like I said, I told you guys, the windows that I did turned out awesome. Very realistic. I knew it because I was looking at real Industrial Revolution photos. And it's turning out quite well, actually. Is this the Eiffel Tower with extra struts on it? And there's a wall there, too. We should definitely add in a wall. I like the wall here. We should definitely add in a wall to our area. Oh, I didn't even think about adding houses in here, to be honest with you. The farm side, I actually like, too. These are some really good photos, Silent. Thank you. Thank you, Simon. That's a good start. That's a really, well, not a good start. It's even better start. Even better start. Even better start. I hope these fit here. I hope they have an angle for them. They do. It's like I'm pretty sure they do have it for this. I just want to fill these in. Before I completely forget about them. And I'm screaming, sleeping in my bed, saying, why didn't I finish the end? It's not the Eiffel Tower. It is the Iron Tower the devs used to reject the blueprints of the Eiffel Tower. Also, yeah, no. I knew it was something different. It looks like it, but it's not. It looks like it, but it's not. Also, the picture has several of the same factories. It's a goldsmith. I use the gold to trade. It's extremely powerful. Well, here we're using sweatshops. I don't know what we would say, but I'm going to look at a couple of those Discord photos while we're sitting here waiting to sort of wrap this area up, because I do want to incorporate as much of you. Now that we got these beautiful photos from you, see what I could change and what I can add in. There definitely should be some more details. I like the pillars that are sort of holding these up. Now, I don't know if it would be this style a pillar, but we should try to figure out something else. I want to see what kind of like bricker. I always use like the same builds and stuff because it looks good, but I hate using the same thing over and over and over again. I'm sure you guys are done seeing some of the same things too. So let's see if we can find some pillars or something. Now I can't find the things that I was just using. What are they called? These are called column. I swear, every time I type it in, I can never find it. I guess we're gonna have to go with these kind of columns. That's what we're gonna have to go with. Now I'm not gonna put them everywhere, right? but I'm gonna put them in a couple spots. Maybe like more on the outside of the main building, because you know this is like where the main ride is, so there should probably be a couple more some more structure to this building than per se somewhere else. There's also a fact. There's also a factory from a mod. It is a subway factory. It is a modular building. It is the only place on the island I actually try with detailing. Also, I like how you didn't question my placement of the iron tower. It's almost in the middle of an industrial zone. Oh no, I saw that. Oh no, I saw that. I like how there's a wall by it too. Do you hear me say that? Cause yeah, that is what we need to limit the poverty. Because we kind of have like this quote industrial area here with the shipping center. Obviously, you would have, you know, the steel ships more coming in. But, you know, we can only do so much in a video game, right? Give a brother a chance. Give a brother a break. Speaking of a break, let's take a break and let's absolutely destroy this pathway because it is infuriating me every time I think about it. And I want to fix it now. It's not going to be easy to do. It's going to be easy to delete, that's for sure. But let's delete this whole thing. And let's fix this now. And I'm probably going to fix this too, because I don't really like how that sort of turned out. Alright. So this is a 6 path. We want a curb on ground path. Where's railing on ground path? Here we go. Alright, and then we're going to just delete this. We'll make a bridge a little later. But I want this to be a nice, thick pathway. No. This is. Oh, I forgot. My mouse is about to die. So the middle mouse button doesn't like really work. I keep forgetting that's a thing. And I'm like, why can I not rotate? I gotta start. I need to. I have a carpal tunnel mouse and I love this one. And I bought another one that was newer and it was more expensive and it looked cooler and it had more buttons. But the carpal tunnel mouse that I had, the other one, it was like lifting off the ground. So it was like a quarter of an inch up or something. Very weird. And then my hand was just starting to cramp and I only used it for like 5 minutes. So ended up getting rid of that and got this new one here. Now, we may fix this pathway at some point. It's really just about the idea right now. And this here too, I don't know how I'm going to do that per se right now. But I do want this to be way thicker than what it was. And then this one needs to be the wood, right? Now, you might be asking, like, hey, Claude, why are these at different lengths and at different sections? Because we don't want everyone kind of crossing at the same spot. Now, they kind of are, but these guys can sort of, you know, keep swinging off the side. It's not like they have to stop and look double ways. They just have to look, you know, if they're going left, you just kind of have to look right over here, and they can just walk out pretty much. Well, this should open up the traffic significantly. And then these obviously need to be repathed up properly. So we're just going to kind of put those in like so. And then this ride, I'm going to need to redo the entrance. Which maybe I should put the entrance over here now. So maybe we'll redo the entire this. The teacups. There was a priority pass for this. So I don't know. But now we can actually make this sort of a little bit more square. But I think we'll do a priority pass, I think. Now, where is the railing on ground Q? That's what we need. It is almost in the middle of the industrial zone. The wall is a limit I use to make sure that the factories does not overreach. Oh, I do it every playthrough. I did not know that. See, I would have never known that. Put this as the entrance? That's too short. We're going to do something a little kind of cool here with this pathway, which I don't think I've ever really seen many people do. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this before, including myself. I've done a maze, yes. But I kind of want this to be a quote, a maze. I don't have my webcam on, but quote, a maze. But it's going to have flowers and that sort of stuff on the outside, sort of give it some details. And then I do want my priority pass, because one of the greatest things in this game is the priority pass itself. So I'll put the priority pass here, and the exit, let's get it as close as we can over there. And then we'll click the cool little pathway, and we're just going to yoink that in there. And then we'll turn this on, which it is. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, hopefully, people will start coming back to this area. These people are going to start freaking out because there's no way to leave this area currently. So let's figure that out real quick, shall we, Simon? Now, this pathway we're going to have to sort of... Man, why is this so thick? Is it supposed to... It is supposed to be 6. All right. What I'm trying to say is I want to make sure that there is a few ways to get into this food court. I didn't say that out loud, but I do think that there should be a few ways to get into this food court. Oh, you're going to put a bench by the garbage can? Yes, I am. I'm going to put a bench by the garbage can. Claude, this doesn't line up perfectly. I know. But now there's a couple ways for people to get in the food court. They can go around. They can come over here. Same thing over here. They can come over onto this side. Now, there isn't a food court over here, but we could do something. I also need more garbage cans, too. I need garbage cans. I always forget about garbage cans, and every single time I do any game ever, I always forget about the bins. The bins! I always forget about the bins! So let's add some bins down so people are not freaking out and throwing garbage everywhere in my world. Specifically, they want to throw garbage before they get on the ride and when they get off the ride. Why is the off over here? Man, give Claude give me a break, okay? I haven't played this in a while. Also, there's a garbage at the beginning of the ride because most people are bringing stuff on a ride that they can't bring on. So they could just at least tell them to throw it in a garbage. And now I don't want to be telling this guy here, you know, he's smelling the garbage all day. But this will at least get stuff bumping and going through. Now, like I said, we're not going super crazy detail because my adventures and my heart cannot handle the super details anymore without me going insane. So we're going to pass on the super crazy adventures and the super crazy details, at least on the interiors for this playthrough. Maybe I'll change my mind later on, but right now we're going to keep it off. All right, what I do want to do is I want to add a sequence machine here so that we can turn on and off all the smokestacks whenever we choose. So we're going to make a sequence set thing here. We're going to float it off the ground a little bit so we can grab it easy. Click on this. We're going to call this Smoke Factory's Master. Might have spelt that wrong. I do not care. We're going to press activate only on trigger. And then we're going to make a trigger sequence. We're going to add a display group. And we're going to connect objects to the display group. And all those objects will be the smoke detectors, or the smoke stacks that we placed down earlier. So let's grab those all easily like so. I think there's 7 of them. So now we'll press confirm, and the smoke should turn off just like that. But if we want it on again, we can go over here and we can press play, and all the smoke will come on. And, well, we have it turning off right away. So how do we get it to stay on the entire time? I forgot how we would do that per se. There's something in here that we can keep it like looping. Continuous activation. Yes. So we'll press continuous activation, and then we'll turn it to active on trigger only when we only want it to go on later. Simon says, oh yeah, did you play City Skylines 2 yet? Oh, we did not play City Skylines 2, and we're probably going to never play City Skylines 2. Never say never, Claude. But we probably were never going to play City Skylines 2. I just do not have time. We are way back on series. City Skylines 2 looked fun. I was watching Zach Daily Games play it. I seen Liam and Cripps' worlds. They've shared some photos. It looks cool. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get into the game. It's sort of like that. But it does look like a very cool game. Because I pirated it at some point. Yeah, it looks like a cool game. I just... not on the current train. Should I do the same sort of walls that we got over here? Man, ever since I deleted that, this has dropped like a rock. But people are going, though, on the roller coaster more than on the teacup ride. Keep that in mind. People are rather getting onto the roller coaster than the teacups. Can I change the color of these walls by any chance? These rough brick? I don't think I can, but if I could, that would be really cool. Oh, we can. Okay, so what color are we at now? I want to make them a lot more grimy. Like this kind of red-brown. Just change it up so it's not the exact same color. For a game that feels like graphically... For a game that feels like a graphical side grade to the first one, it runs worse. The AI feels no smarter. The buildings don't look pretty compared to the first one. Prettier than to the first one. Oh. Well, you know what I will say, though? Is, what is correct about that statement? Why can I not spell column correctly? No, I wasn't going insane. You know what I will say, though? When I was watching Zach Daily Games play, what looked very weird on the City Skylines is... how do you say it? What looked very, very weird to me at least, is I know Zach said as a joke, but also very true, that in America a lot of the houses do look the same, right? You just got to stop complaining about it. We can't, he's not gonna make different houses, but he built a subsection where every single house ever looked the exact same, and it was very weird because even in America, there are houses that look the same. I get that, but they all looked exactly identical, like a dystopia sort of thing. Like there was no variation. They were like all the same. And that's not like oh Zach is a bad builder. That's like the game just didn't incorporate enough details, in my opinion. Maybe it was just maybe it was just too early on. Maybe they changed it now. I don't know, but from what I saw. Oh, thank you so much for sending that picture, Simon, because I love the wall. Oops. Why is this sticking out the ground now? The buildings in City Skyline 2 feel bland. I don't mind the fact that the buildings are identical to how the streets are built nowadays. What I do mind is the fact that the buildings look like they took 5 minutes to model, just like a basic cube with a roof and windows and a door. European buildings don't look like modern apartments that are being built. Yeah, I don't know much about. I cannot comment on that because obviously, why, because I live in America. But yeah, if the buildings don't look realistic to how they're supposed to look, I can see why not a ton of people are on it. To be honest with you, I know I fell out of my City Skylines 5 a long time ago. I think everyone knows I fell out of my City Skylines 5 a long time ago. But the thing that's scary about it is I have not seen a single advertisement for City Skylines, the game, anywhere online except through our Discord. The only time I ever knew City Skylines 2 was coming out was because of our Discord. And Zach's stream. Obviously, Zach talked about it. But that is the only time that I ever heard that the game was coming out. Which is sad. Because that used to be like my most favorited game ever. As many of you know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! All right, by the way, let's see how many people are actually coming in. This is packed. Packed. Man, this is packed. People are getting on this ride. They are waiting in line. And how many people are coming in through the fast pass queue, which would technically be an elevator? Just pretend there's an elevator or something. I don't know. Use your imagination. But this is packed, man. Packed. People are loving this coaster. Now, it's probably not the most... It's probably... I mean, it obviously is a lose... Oh, no. We're actually making money. Well, lifelong we're losing. We're losing about 2,000 USD, but we're probably doing pretty good. How much should me make this ride cost? He cards just with $31.68. So this coaster probably could get bumped up to like $15. We'll put it to $12. I meant to type 15, but I accidentally typed 1, 2 instead of what I wanted. And let's keep adding in some more bins and that sort of stuff here. I'm surprised they don't have any umbrellas on some of these things. I am very surprised they don't. I need some benches too. Also, the size of service buildings is so stupid. The elementary school is huge for no reason. They didn't even make one for the European city and one for the American city. And the elementary school looks like one in the U.S. The cemetery too. The city skylines one graveyard would visually change based on how many were buried inside. See, I did not even know that. The city skylines 2 is always full. Full is F-U-L-L. I think you knew how to spell that. Just, 88% on English. F-U-L-L. You're saying fool, like you're a fool. It comes to pre-build with dead bodies already inside. But we are streaming, so I'm not going to give you a hard time. If you do not want me to correct your English, which I'm not the best speller, as you clearly know, I will not correct it, because this is a chill stream. I don't want you to be stressing out about spelling on a live stream, because you know I would be able to do it. But if you want to get better at English or whatever, you let me know, and we will. I won't go like super on that. I noticed it after I sent it. Yeah, see. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like going super grady on you. It's 1 a.m. My eyelids are heavy. Okay, I was just asking. I was just asking. You do not have to feel stressed out. You do not have to feel stressed out, please. I was just saying if you wanted me to, I could. Okay, brother? I could. You do not have to stress. You want me to learn English? Fine. Stream with subs on Saturday. No, you could. No, I'm not saying that, Simon. You could type it any way you'd like. I'm saying if you wanted me to. Okay, please forgive me. I do not want you to be stressed. Please do not be stressed. Please. But adding these benches in here, I won't have time on Saturday anyways. No. I still have to write the doc explaining my school project. Oh, God. Saturday, tomorrow Saturday? I may or may not stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I have not thought that far ahead. TBH. I have not thought that far ahead. This factory area looking freaking awesome, though. I put all these trees on the same plane, of course. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I might go get McDonald's low-key. I'm so, like, bored sometimes. Sometimes I'm, like, so bored. You guys know what I'm talking about? Just, like, so bored. On Tuesday, there are presentations of said projects. The commission that I will be reviewing websites constantly, exclusively of the teachers that don't know anything about websites. There is a computer system teacher, math teacher, and mechanical engineering teacher. None of them know how to program. Bruh! I barely know how to do some things, so give them a break, especially if they're old. Give them a break. You guys know what time, you guys know what I'm talking about. Claude, I'm the only one watching, unless you mean me and the bots. Simon, I say that. I say it like that because I do know you're the only one watching. Yes. I don't think the robot is even counted to it. It says only one. It says one concurrent viewers. Should we say one concurrent viewer? Um, but no, I do know you're the only one watching. But speaking of, I say it like that because when you go back and watch a live stream, or when I go back and watch a live stream, I'm always looking for, I'm not like, I guess I'm not looking for it per se, but how would I explain it? I'm not looking for it, but I'm listening to the stream and it sounds like there's more than one person there. It seems a lot more interesting when there's more people watching, or when there's more people watching and you're reading a lot of comments. People also, so that's why I kind of say like more people. So if they're not watching live, if you're not watching live, you are also included in this. For the record, whoever's watching this in post production, you are also included. No matter what it is, if you comment on the videos, I try to go back and I try to do it like, if I don't do, I try to respond to the new comments as quickly as possible. But the older comments might take me a little bit longer, but I do try to respond to every comment, and I try to read every single comment. Now, hate comments are not accepted or ever will be. But I do try to like or read every comment. I won't always like every comment, but I do try to read every single comment I possibly can. I try to. Okay, and now before I forget, I did say it earlier, I wanted bushes in the inside of this place. Now, this is a very teacuppy ride. Oh, it is a teacup ride. So I want to use some very nice red, bright bushes here. May not be the most realistic thing of all time, but I do like these red roses, these Delilahs. Hey there, Delilah. What you looking like in New York City? Like you do. Man, you smell like poo. I think that's how the song goes. Something like that. But this is what I was talking about. I kind of want these like very bright colors on the outside, and then the inside some like really thick trees. Also, that will give us. It's not going to give us a ton of shade, to be honest. So maybe we should get some trees. Remember, we are technically in Florida in this world, so we can use Florida trees, even though it is in the UK. Trying to use those big. There's not a ton of different tree types, but we'll drop in an oak tree here. That'll give some shade. Some shade. And then I'll use one of these polarizing trees too. Is this is the short one. It's gonna give some shade. But I kind of like to, drop in as much as we can to do as much colors. That sort of stuff. Now this is very, you know, this looks very, very industrial. So we should probably add in some like these nastier bushes here to sort of match that vibe. These creek coge bushes. These might not even be common to the UK, but it is a theme park. Remember, Claude. That's who I'm more talking about when I say remember, Claude. Because I will go super crazy sometimes for no reason. And I do not like how the, I do not like how the sun's here. That's just very unfortunate to the UK. I can't really say much more than that. It's just a very unfortunate placement for the United Kingdom. Joey! Thanks for coming out to the live stream, brother. How are you doing? Unless you mean... I'm also playing this game called News Tower. Amazing demo. Bought it immediately once it went into early access. Is essentially managing a newspaper in the 1930s New York. That's pretty much what I do in real life. All right, perfect. Man, this UK area, this theme for this park is looking mint. Well, not for the British people, though. All right, we should go in first person. Let's see how this kind of is looking. It looks very barren over here. Let's turn off our flashlight as well. So there will be some interiors. Don't get me wrong. There will be some interiors, you know. Oh, you know, let's go. Hey, Joey, you want to get yourself you know, a t-shirt? You want to get yourself a t-shirt? Boom, grab one. That'll be $45. Joey, you want to get yourself a limited edition light? Boom, that'll be $165. All right. You want to get some candy, Joey? Come over here. They got all kind of candy. $750. But if you want to get on a ride, I still don't know why we charge to get on the rides, because there's no point of us charging on the rides. We're not gonna I don't think our park makes money anyways. I think it's just more of the underlying thing. I remember, Claude, it's a theme park. Have fun with it. It's very true. Thank you, Joey. Remind me of that. The first time I did this, it was very stressful. All right, so if you're not getting the gist, or you're just new to this, this is supposed to be Epcot History Adventure. We're gonna have a history parts in every single world. The main ride is the German metal pedal train, which goes around a park. There's 3 trains that go around a park, so you can jump on that train and you can stop at different locations throughout the park if you don't want to start off. But you can go A to the left, which is a country that's not going to be Taiwan. Sorry, Taiwan, you are not going to be let into this world. Just because I don't know anything about Taiwan history, and I could look up some high Taiwan history, and maybe I will. I don't know. But, oh man, I'm trying to say crisscross applesauce on my chair, and it's not working. But, yeah, so this will be Epcot. These 2 buildings are spaceships, technically. So when you go through this, you know, merchandise area, you know, sugar area. You come into the Industrial Revolution, United Kingdom. Now, you have 2 parts of the Industrial Revolution. You have the high class society, which is the food dining area. Because nobody in their right mind will want to buy crappy food ever. Even in a theme park, if you lived in, you know, real life. So we have some very high-end foods. We have some donuts for, like, the wealthy. And then we have some French fries for the rich. Right? So in the inside, there is a donut machine in here. And this donut machine only come on later in the day. All the donuts they couldn't sell, they could shove in a vending machine. At the end of the day, they would throw all those, you know, the next day they'd throw them all out. And then we just repeat the cycle. You wouldn't sell gum in a theme park like they do in Disney. They don't sell gum in a theme park. You can have gum, but they don't sell it. The reason why is it's very... they don't want the clean gum up everywhere. And then there's an ATM here too. So when you first come in, you can go to that place. But you can continue. You can go to the sort of the dock areas. Now, there was wooden boats back then still. Most of them were starting to turn into steel. Like we sort of talked about before, this would be a dock you should be able to walk on, and then during the day you can come up here and, you know, see a little bit of a scene and get on the boat and kind of get off the boat. Can't do that in the game, per se, with the characters. Well, you could if you wanted to. There is the little pirate ride here. Me wanted me to put this in the whirligig. Absolutely hate this ride with all my heart, but he wanted me to put it in because he's UK. Okay. And then we have the Rocktopus ride over here. Continuing on, we just redid all this pathway, and it does look a lot nicer with all these huge entrances. Now, there's a few entrances to get in. There's a lot more shade here, too. But let's start over here. So now we actually have this sort of seating area for people that get on the teacup ride. We should probably shoot people out of the teacup ride over here, but that's not how it worked. We changed our mind, and you can get on the teacup ride over. Now, we can't get on all these rides. Why is this only at, like, 50% capacity, bro? This is the one thing I don't like about this game sometimes. You are going to run the ride at 50% capacity when there's this many people in line. We're going to change it to full load, and that should be fully loaded next time it comes through. This looks fully loaded. This one definitely should be fully loaded. This one is not a high capacity seating. All right, perfect. Look at how many people are in this ride. You can stand in line here with the plebs if you didn't buy the priority pass. And if you did buy the priority pass, it's a 4-minute wait. And how does the priority pass work? It's actually not like you guys go first and everyone has to wait behind them. How it works is like one group comes through, they come through. One person comes through, they come through. One person comes through, they come through. Boom, 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 boom. So we'll kind of wait until this one sort of ends. This child is very excited to get onto this ride. All right, so they go. Apparently, they go first. Oh, no, because that went. Then they went because there were some people waiting here, but it's pretty much every other one. Then we have this huge monstrosity here, which is fully set to capacity, which makes it called it the Gears of Fear. Well, that's exactly what the ride is. Obviously, Industrial Revolution, we gotta have something with some gears in it, right? Kind of have to. And then we have, finally, the main factory roller coaster ride, which we're about to all get on. And we still got to do a couple little details, so it's not over yet. So the ride is not over yet. We still got to do some more details. But there is this massive roller coaster, which is actually filled to capacity. So congratulations, everybody. But there's the big factory, and you have two ways to get in. You can go in. Option number one is wait in line and get into this way, like normal people. Or you can take the fast pass route and come over here, take the nice air conditioning elevator, wink, wink. Take the nice air conditioned elevator and go all the way to the top, and you will shoot out pretty much right there. So we're actually getting people to utilize the priority passes to buy them. It's actually pretty cheap. We can only maximally charge for a priority pass, I think, $40. It loses money. Oh, we're charging $10 a day, Liam. $10 a day. And to jump the line. Now, I don't know if that is $10 plus whatever the ride costs, or if that's $10 per ride. Obviously, or if it's, I don't know if it's $10 for all rides, one-time payment, or you have to pay $10 each time you get on a ride. But I think it is, you pay $10 and then you go. Now, these rides all cost money to get on, but we're going to let this roller coaster run around real quickly, and then we're going to jump onto this coaster right here. And then the exit for this is really smart, which I like, is you just come off. You just literally exit here and you just walk off. But we're about to get on this ride. How about that? That is highway robbery. It's a theme park. Have fun with it. I recommend playing this demo. It's less than an hour of gameplay. One more than an hour. Can't remember, to be honest. Welcome. Donut Machine. Write that down, Duncan. They should. Claude is streaming. Hey, everyone. Yes, he is. I think you need to teacup rides. You hit yourself through a wall for the express pass. Alright, so let's get on this mine train ride and let's see how this looks. You get to see the beautiful parking lot. Good. And boom, done. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you guys think? What kind of rocks were we using in this park? I forgot what rocks we use. We're using tropical rocks. Well, we could probably use a different style of rock over here, to be honest with you. Just to switch it up. The Delicious Rock is one of my favorites. When in doubt, put some rocks down. Simon, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I appreciate you as always. He says, put some machinery inside the building. Oh, yeah, I should definitely put some machinery inside the building. I 100% agree with you. I don't know what kind of machine. You know what? There is machinery, though. I haven't looked at it, but we definitely need machinery inside the building. That's something I did want to do. I just didn't do it. All right, let's look at some machinery pieces. Now, there's definitely machinery stuff in this game. Here we go. Now, these are not iron. These are not iron machine pieces. Well, that one's iron. But there should be, like, something in here. Boxes or something, because it does look very, very basic. Animatronics. Let's just start with the animatronics and see what we have. Here we go. We got some iron gears. We got some iron wheels. I don't know what they would do and where they would go. There's a Ninja Turtle manhole cover here. There's a tank. That's the reason why I bought this game, honestly, is because of the amount of details in the animatronics. Oh, here we go. Steam engine generator. This is exactly what you would see in the Industrial Revolution. We should gotta put that bad boy down. Now this is gonna lag the heck out of the game, that is for sure. I've never used this piece once, ever. I've never used this guy or that piece ever in my life. He would not be... Tennis shoes, I'm sure, are the one thing I can't change on this guy, can I? Oh my god, that looks so much better. Liam says they look like they're peeing. The lines are too long. We gotta do what like Disney World and any other theme park are. Some of these animatronics just do not actually work. Just shut them off. Looks like they're peeing. How many factories we go through? Oh, maybe that is the... Okay, now we gotta figure out some other sort of gear machine in here. I don't know what we'll use. I kind of wish this saw blade stayed up. So we do like a cutting wood factory or something like that. I mean, I could shove a bunch of gears on the wall too. I mean, but I don't do anything. There's an oil pump. What we could do though with the oil pump is we can actually just like add a few of these out here. Literally just as detail pieces. Even put an oil pump all the way back here. How many people are going to see that? I don't know. Just Liam, I guess. I mean, it looks like they are standing at a urinal in the bathroom. It's very specific, Liam. But it does! Oh, the wagon barrel would be so nice, but I forgot it's an actual animatronic. Steam engine generator, man. That's just such a good one. That was like the best one, actually. Here's a saw blade. There is a saw blade, though. Let's make a woodcutter. Let's cut a wood. Oh, we need a table. I typed in wood, and like literally everything I look at does not look like wood at all. That is not straight, and you know how much that's going to give me a heart attack. It's a very ominously very quiet, that wood cutting machine. Put some wagon wheels in there. Put some guns can look like they are making. Oh, that's big brain, Liam. Hmm. Hmm. That's very big brain. Now, I hope this saw blade would be that, at least that high off the ground. Now I need to find some, like, planks or something. Man, that looks like a very normal... Alright, I want to put a couple, like, on the wall. Preferably, like, the longer ones in the back. Sort of like leaning against the wall. Like, you know, they just chopped all these bad boys. But it's not symmetrical, Claude. It's not symmetrical, Claude. We know. We know. I like how I put that in there and there was like a light glitch that just came through. Save time. Alright, let's look at some guns and wagon wheels. Bruh. Gun. Bruh. Wheel. Bruh. Wheel. Here we go. There's like a medieval wagon wheel here. Well, there is medieval stuff. I forgot about that. Need autosave. Oh, I definitely have autosave on. That is for sure. For sure. I definitely have autosave on. I have not. There's been a couple times that something like bad happened, you know? Yeah, definitely got that bad boy on. That doesn't look like a very circle wheel. Just a hunk of wheels down there. I want to move this sawmill thing down a little bit more. It's always good to put these things in here. It just adds a lot. Makes it feel a lot more filled in. Why would you put a dynamite box in here? Details. Details. I am absolutely bored out of my mind. Not because of this game, just in general. Alright, perfect. Let's find those animatronic guys. I'm gonna finesse them though from this building. Looks like they're standing in a urinal. Scenery, props, animatronics. Yep, we're looking for dudes. Maybe this guy's like pounding in the spokes, or the spoke, die spokes with like a hammer. Bang, like he's like punching in that thing. The divot. I don't know what it's called. The axle. The axle, I think is what it's called. And then let's just put a beetle in here just because we can. Holy shoot, that is huge. Ghostbuster? Should I put in Raymond Ray Santine? Or Weston Zendermore? Jester? Some of these guys look like straight pilgrims, bro. Wouldn't it be wartime? It would be wartime. Oh, maybe cannons. You were correct. I don't know if... Are cannons a thing? They are a thing. Thank you for reminding me that. I don't think they have guns, but I do have cannons. Which definitely works. And I'll put some cannons on this train, too. Or not on the train, but near the train. So that they can get loaded up. And then we'll put some, outside the factory. Well, you're going so quickly through this, I don't know how many you need. Oh, I thought you put these as stationary. Shoot. Alright. Man, I think this looks really good. I'm going to pause it here, and then this is going to be the thumbnail for this stream. I think this might have been the thumbnail last time. So, I actually don't know. Maybe we'll go like this is the thumbnail for this stream. Because I didn't use the thumbnail last time. Like I thought I was double using it, but I wasn't. Man, this looks really, really good. And we should let's jump on the coaster. Let's get on this coaster one more time. I'm afraid of no ghosts. See the beautiful parking lot? We'll figure out how we'll cover that up later. Oh, that was so needed, Liam. and Simon for adding in those details. They're so needed. Oh my gosh, they look so cool, those steam-powered things. Oh man, that made that look so much better. Wow, that was worth it. That was 100% worth it. Well, Liam, thank you so much for sticking out to the end of the stream. Meep likes parking lot episode. Yeah, we should probably expand the parking lot, to be honest with you. Make this all parking lot, just for Meep. This is gonna probably be the backstage. Like, well, you were watching me when we were doing that. I forgot about that. But the next time we live stream this, I don't know when the next live stream is gonna be for me, TBH. I hope it is tomorrow. I will let you guys know. But the pyramids is coming next in this area right here. The pyramids, Egypt. I think we're just gonna go this way and sort of work our way through. It's gonna be Egypt. Then it's gonna be Palestine, Slovakia, Texas, or the Alamo, specifically in Texas. I know we had some pre-builds up over here, but we're probably going to switch from those plans because Taiwan is the main reason why the stream died last time. And it probably is going to be the reason why we die next time as well. So we're not going to do Taiwan right now. But this middle island, please do not be upset. This is going to probably change the detail. I just put it in there so we can reshape it out however we want. And I made a little unique design because I would never make that design and see if it sticks. Well, it was nice, the little bit I have seen of the stream. Well, thank you so much, Liam. It was streaming a little bit earlier. But I wasn't actually planning on streaming today, to be honest with you. I was just so bored on my mind. But I will have the Yates. Now, I gotta record some Patreon reviews. I'm gonna actually do that now. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Speaking of Patreon reviews, you become a Patreon as little as $1 a month, and you can support the channel out. It is actually really and greatly appreciated. Not required, but thank you everyone that has contributed. Speaking of Planet Coaster, we'll be coming back with Egypt. I want to give a special thank you to Liam, Simon, Joey, and Moshe and Tuxpoo for coming out to today's stream. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like the UK area. I think it turned out quite beautifully. There will be a couple more details we might slam in there a little later on. But I'm going to call it done for now, and we'll start working on Egypt. So thank you so much for watching, Friendlings. I am Claude from Chicago. And remember, a real friendling makes their own luck. Bye!